Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of GameHammer. This is an update about the channel, and I want to discuss the future of the channel. But don't worry, we're not going anywhere. This is just internal stuff for the channel. I want to talk to you about what the plans are. First of all, whatever happens, I might be pausing and being very jerky because I don't know how this has gone and so far. I spent the last 3 or 4 hours redoing the way the computer is set up, all of the information for the webcams going into the computer and all of that. We've got 3 cameras in here now. This one here, one over there, and one behind the chair here for different angles for the shows. And I don't know how well they're coming through when I'm recording via QuickTime. They're usually all right when I'm recording via OBS and things like that for live streams, but I don't know about this. It's been a bit jerky earlier on, so I've spent a few hours clearing up the computer. Hopefully this is working now. So, that aside, what is the future of the channel? Like I say, we're not going anywhere, but I have been using this year as a bit of an experiment. Like, do we want to do the daily GameHammer daily stuff where we take one game from one computer or console and then review that? But it's most likely that if I find a game where it's like a one-off, there's no versions on other computers or consoles, and I just want to give my view on that, then what I'll do is I'll make that and I'll put it into a buffer, and then we'll have like a season of GameHammer dailies once I've got enough, like 8 or 12, and then we'll just run them for a few weeks. That's how it would work. The main show, the main focus is going to be GameHammer again. The proper GameHammer Classic Gaming, the stuff that I really love, where it's like a short film. I do all of the graphics and everything else that's going on there. Jen does the presenting. She's the network person. She does all of that stuff, the business side of things. So it's a team thing, but there's a lot of work there. And as a result, whenever we're doing a lot of production stuff on that, I have to take away from everything else. In addition, I also make cartoons. I've been doing a load of cartoons. We've got, I think it's 26, 27 of them now for a show called A Question of Trek. I love A Question of Trek. I think I've said before that on a few occasions that it's one of the highlights of my week. I really love it. It's a great show. Doctor Who, individual Star Trek episodes, Stargate and things like that on my third channel. But I do not run Question of Trek's channel, so all of that, aside from the cartoon production, I don't have to deal with. The All Mass Media channel, that's the one that is coming up with Film Hammer and Show Hammer. They're going to be reviewing films and TV shows. So that's the shows at the moment. So we've got stuff going on Question of Trek. We've got stuff going on Jenny Kirk. We've got stuff going on in the All Mass Media channel. Where does that leave GameHammer? Well, GameHammer I want to do differently because I've got a decent work-life balance as long as nothing comes along and upsets it, like a random thing of, oh, you're ill. Yeah, that's how unbalanced my life has been. So I can't do GameHammer Daily all the time. So I'm going to focus on GameHammer and CP Scene. We haven't had a CP Scene for years now. That's the documentary where I'm charting every month in the life of the Amstrad CPC. I did a few of those and then haven't had time to do them since. If I take away GameHammer Daily and just go for GameHammer, I can bring CP Scene back, and I really want to finish that off because there's a lot of good stuff in the Amstrad scene that just gets overlooked otherwise. So we're going to have GameHammer and we're going to have CP Scene. What about the live shows? What about these cameras? Why have I got the cameras set up? The live shows are going to be multiple times a week. That's how it is. I really enjoy talking to people on the live shows. Well, I love the interactions we've got. Wednesdays is the main day, but sometimes I'm not available on Wednesdays, which is why we haven't always had one. So, main focus will be for the Wednesday show. I really want a Wednesday show as regularly as possible. It's not always going to be possible. Next week is not possible, for example, because I know that someone's coming to visit that night. So, these things happen. So, we'll try for 2 a week, and we'll see how it goes. Mainly on a Wednesday, possibly also on like a Friday night. I don't know. Probably not tonight because I do have a lot of work to do. getting a few things on this computer finished off, for example. So that's the idea, that's the progress, that's what I'm going for. I hope that you understand why things have been a little bit on and off, because basically I just overloaded myself. Like I say, this year has been for experiments to see what's going on. The experiments have produced some results, and this is what we're going to be going for from now on. So don't worry, GameHammer, the channel is not going anywhere. GameHammer Classic Gaming, the show, is going to get focus again, and we're going to skip GameHammer dailies until I've got a buffer of them, and then we'll have a series of them. So I hope you enjoy that. I think you'll enjoy what I've got coming up, especially because episode 100 of GameHammer is on its way. Oh, the other thing I want to talk about, GameHammer, the show. I aimed for one every week for a while, and that was producing shows that just weren't up to what I was expecting. So GameHammer, the show, is going to be irregular. I'm not going to say it's going to be every week or every 2 weeks or anything like that. I want at least one a month, but when it comes out is when it's finished and I'm happy with it. That's what I'm going for now. I want to make it the best it can be rather than just trying to push it out to a deadline. So, with that in mind, episode 100. Do you want to know what episode 100 is going to be? GameHammer, the movie. I've been working on this for a while. I've got a plot. It's going to be interesting. I think you're going to like it. The toys like my Mr. MP Monster are going to be in it. It's going to be wild. But it's also going to mean that there is a bit of a gap between episode 99 and episode 100. I guarantee it, because I guarantee something is going to happen during the production that slows things down. But I am aiming for a proper feature-length episode, 90 minutes, and we'll see how it goes from there. Okay, guys? So that's coming up. And until next episode, whenever I see you, probably on a live show, hopefully very soon after you've seen this, I'll see you around. Okay, guys. Hope you enjoy it. Take care. Bye for now. See you very soon. If you like the show, please consider supporting me on Patreon. It really does help create future videos. That's patreon.com/Zoe Kirk Robinson. And I've got an extra special thanks going out to Chief89, Sam Yates, Retro Mickey 82, Mo Henry, and George Botterini. Thank you so much, guys.